Thank you, Anurag and Business World, for giving me this opportunity. I'm one of probably the earliest third-party SMEs in India. I set up a back office in 1997, right? And at that time, it was a major issue. But I managed to have an American partner who got convinced more by my enthusiasm, by the fact that I presented to him, that this can be done as an offshore project. It can be done as a back office project. He's an American customer, American hospital, and I am in India. We started this. At that time, of course, even the government of India didn't know what back office was. Forget about SMS, MEs, getting money, all those issues were there. Ultimately, I managed to set the company up. And then, lo and behold, this company actually took off. We were down up to 400 people in 2 years. Then the problem started. My American partner, he realized this is a good thing. Why am I letting this Indian guy have all the thing? Because in those days, valuation was by the number of people that you had in your organization. Valuation was not based on anything else. That was very clear, that you have so many people and you get so much valuation. And I had the people, he had the customer. So overnight, he cut me out. I lost my customers, I lost everything else. And in hindsight, it was a good thing. He took 160 of my employees. So I got about left with 140 employees, no business, nothing. Everybody advised me, back up. Go on, don't waste your time, go and take a job and carry on. And at that time I said, I will not accept failure. So I talked to my employees and I said to them, look, I have today nothing. No customers, no job, no technology, nothing. All I have is a commitment that I am not going to give up. I'm going to sit down with all of you, work back and see how we can rise again. And that's what we did. We sat down and we said, what's our strength and what's our weakness? So we took our strength and redesigned the entire back office business and changed our customer base. We were originally dealing with hospitals. So when you deal with hospitals, you require a whole lot of infrastructure. Because the hospitals like big servers, you want them to give to the servers, they want all kinds of timings, etc. And they need a person in the States who they can touch and feel. And perhaps, unsaid, sue. I could not afford that on my own. So I said, I will look for customers who don't want this. And those were small clinics. Individual doctors, 1 doctor, 2 doctors, 3 doctors, who do not have any IT knowledge, who do not have a CIO, CTO, or any of those people. So we redesigned the entire back office process to meet these customers. We struggled. We managed to luckily we got one customer who was prepared to be a guinea pig. And with his help, we got it going. And today, 26 years later, we're still using the same software and the same customer base, except that we have added on more. Every 3 to 4 years, we sit back and say, okay, what next? We are riding on the back of technology. Same technology will now throw us out. So what else? So we moved from medical transcription to legal. Now from legal, we've now moved to doing things for lawyers. This is now more of a KPO than a back office. So we've now moved to lawyers, which is value-based. And we're now sitting down and saying, okay, what next? Because sooner or later with this AIs and all these magic things coming in, we will probably be out of job. So we started doing cricket, e-coaching for cricket and live telecast of matches. So this is the first lesson I learned, that I will not give in. That to me, failure is not an option. Running away was the easiest solution because I got a lot of job offers. The second thing I learned during this period is to build empowered teams. One of the best things I have done is to create empowered teams. I don't do anything in my company, except I watch every night the number of jobs come in and the number of jobs gone out, customer by customer, to make sure that we are meeting our agreed turnaround times. Rest is all left to the individuals, and they do a great job. Now by making myself redundant, first thing I learned was to make a strong team of people who are smarter than me. Now, these people then run the company and give me time to do other things like coming here and giving a lecture. The other thing I learned, that when we had 400 people, I had this delusion of grandeur that I'll go back to 400, and we built a huge infrastructure. We had space for those many people, whole lot of accountants and stuff. And we found that whatever we do, we are making a loss because the infrastructure, the overhead was so high. We sat down and said, now that's enough of being arrogant. Let's come down to the ground. Let's convert our overheads in line with our actuals. And that's what we did. Once we converted our overheads in line with our actuals, bring down the space, bring down the team. Today, my company has only one person who is a non-target holder, and that's the accounts guy. Accounts, administration, finance. Everybody else, including me, have targets. So once we have done this, we have taken size out of the equation. Whatever number we have, we work on that. And I'm quite happy with the size. The other one, which I want to say is, never get emotional attached to your product. Be passionate, have as much passion as you can, but do not get emotionally attached. If we had got emotionally attached, we could not have made a better product, because at that moment I said, this is it. This is my product. I have designed it. How dare you say it will not work? Because it's my baby. But I said, no emotional attachment. So we sat down and realized what we were doing. And we learned that if you do it unemotionally, you can find good solutions. And the next thing we learned at the same time was cash management. To my customers, I tell them, look, I will give you a discount, but I will not allow you any cash. I want payment within 1 week. So every day I watch cash in and cash out, and every day on a daily basis, I am cash positive. I have no debts, I have no bank loans. The other thing I learned then, this hard life. So everybody talks about financing and all over else. Nobody talks about customer. I found as an SME, the most difficult thing is to get a customer. If I go to a US customer, he wants to know, why should I buy from you? How do I trust you? How do I know you not run away with my data? So you need to find customers. And once you find a customer, you need to build that customer. Use the customer to find more customers. All my marketing is done by my customers. I have no marketing people. I go once a year, sit with my customers and ask them, please introduce me to somebody else. Or in between, while they have chance, they introduce me to somebody else. And they get me customers. And with the customer, when I meet the customer, I am a friend of the customer. I'm not a supplier. I ask him, what else? What is your pain point? And you'll be surprised how quickly your customer becomes your friend and how quickly you get new values. One customer who is a lawyer, he said, I have a problem with Salesforce.com. I didn't know what the hell Salesforce.com was. I said, okay, I'll help you fix it. We came back, studied, and we have now set up a little shop to do Salesforce.com for that customer and other customers that he introduced. Similarly, we are doing something else for other customers. So we take a customer and ask him, what else? So, and internally, we always keep asking ourselves, what if? My people always say, no, sir, there'll be no mistakes. I said, no. Mistakes don't happen because you make a mistake. Mistake happen because somebody else goofs up. You see, more than 50% of our output is dependent on other people. We can't guarantee how that other person reacts. So mistakes, so therefore, always keep looking at what if. If what that person goofs, in our because we think is goofed, he made a stupid decision. So what if? So I have two things I've learned, which I'll tell you, what if and what else. Now there are a lot more stories I could tell, but there's a red light up coming there, time's up, so I'm going to stop. But I would recommend, there is a book which I have written based on my experiences, where you will get all these stories, called Failure is Not an Option. It's available on Amazon. I recommend that you please buy and read. Thank you very much.